If you're new to Pro Tools, this can be a gotcha. Pro Tools is running right now. The menus are across the top, but there's no session open. Let's go File, Open Recent, and grab Customizing, the one we just made. And now there's a session open. When we created our session in the last movie with empty audio tracks and empty aux tracks, we essentially created a template, something we could use over and over anytime we want to record audio. In the old days, before Pro Tools added templates, that's how a lot of us did it. We made blank shells that we filled up with data later. And you still can. This session is an empty vessel that you can fill and save with a different name. So in the File menu, below the New and Open Recent and Close are some save options. If nothing has changed since the last time you saved, this save will be grayed out. No need to save, it's already saved. If we create an audio track, Shift-Command-N, now we've changed something, and Save is now enabled again. Now, I hope you're a saver. I've seen people work for a while, sometimes an hour, without saving, and I just wonder why. It doesn't cost anything to save. So if you're not a regular saver, try and build that into your workflow. When you save, you're overwriting the main session file for this session. So if that troubles you, then you can Save As. Now here's an argument for Save As. I work in advertising doing music and sound design, and when I start a job, I create a session file, and I work on it and I save it. And I present that to my client. Let's say they love part of it, and at bar 10, they want me to try something new. So I do, but I don't overwrite the first thing I sent. First of all, it's a tiny file, as files go, and it's not taking up a lot of space. And secondly, it has a timestamp on it. So if the client says something like, I think we all like what you sent us last Tuesday, I can go back to where I was last Tuesday and work with that. If my answer to the client is, "Ooh, gee, I wish I had kept that. That's too bad. I erased it and I have no idea what I sent you last Tuesday," that's probably my last job for that client. So Save As version 1, 2, 3, or Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, whatever naming convention works for you. I like the date in the numerals. If I were to save this, I might save it with today's date, 08/04/13. That really helps me organize my files. But whatever you use, the point is it's okay and it's very smart to have multiple session files for your project. All right, let me back out of here and let's look at Save Copy In. It seems like it's similar, but it's very different. Save a Copy In could just as well be called Archive because it lets you save a copy of not just the session file, the PTX, but any audio files that are part of this session, and any plugins that are part of this session, and movie files that are part of this session. And it lets you perform sample rate and bit depth conversions as part of the archiving process. And if that's not enough, it lets you save archived and legacy versions of your session if your friends aren't as up to date as you are. Now let's just save this for grins as an old version. That will be fine. Let's just put it on the desktop with the other fellow. And Pro Tools says, when you're saving this, this will be changed. They're sort of warning you, I guess, in a way, that lots of things will change as part of your saving as an archived version process. Then, would you like to continue, yes or no? Let's say yes. Hide this. And we can see that it's saved with this nice old logo. Gee, that's a trip back in time, huh? Instead of the nice brown cue ball logo, it's got the old Pro Tools logo on it, and it's a PTS file. So that's the legacy save. One more option to talk about here, and we'll see it in action later. So let me go back to Pro Tools and Save as Template. So let's do that. There are several categories I can save here. I can even add a category. My post-production cool stuff, whatever you want to call it, or it might just jump into these already existing categories. So you're going to name your template. If you're working on a computer that isn't yours, like maybe you're at a school and you've built a cool template you want to take with you, select the location for it, and then you're going to navigate to a flash drive or a hard drive and put it there. Let's actually do ours, customizing template on the desktop, so that we can take a quick look at it. I'm going to hide Pro Tools. And we can see that we have yet another icon here, a PTXT file type with the template logo on it. Now, when you open a template, let's just open this guy. Let's not save the changes to customizing. It's essentially creating a new session from your template. It's not going to overwrite this file, this template that you made. It's just going to start there and create a new shell for you to fill up. And then you'll choose your audio file type, your sample rate, and your bit depth, as you always do with a new session. So let's close out of here. And I think we've explored the various save options in Pro Tools. Next up, we'll take a look at preferences.